why Trump's reciprocal tariffs don't make sense. Coming right up. Hello, my name is Vin Ho of internationalvin.com. In this video, I'm going to go over why Trump's reciprocal tariffs really are stupid and don't make sense at all for the global economy. So just last week, Donald Trump announced new reciprocal tariffs for about 50 countries. There's a baseline of 10% and then it increased for other countries. For example, I believe it was 64% for Vietnam and 34% for China. And so why that's a big problem is because we are taxing products that come in from these countries into the United States. And it's going to be more expensive for the American consumers, you and I, because a tariff is a tax on consumer goods imported into the United States. So it's going to cause prices to increase, and then the demand is going to lower, and that's going to hurt companies and manufacturing around the world. And also, they don't make sense because Donald Trump's administration, their logic is if we raise these tariffs around the world, they're going to encourage companies to come back to the United States and bring jobs and manufacturing to the U.S. But the problem with that is the American economy has developed since, these 50 or 100 years that Donald Trump is talking about. American economy, a lot of the jobs are in the white-collar industries, service industries. There are accountants, computer scientists, software engineers, these types of jobs, scientists, things in finance, AI, technology. These are the white-collar jobs that has been developed these last decades, not manufacturing. Manufacturing has gone away in the last 30 years because of automation. Lots of companies, they hire people to do the work in the manufacturing plant, but the labor is so expensive. So what do companies do? They invest in robotics and they automate a lot of these jobs, and they're not coming back. Maybe 100 years ago, America was good at doing furniture, or maybe there's some types of sewing industries in America. Yes, they existed 50 or 100 years ago, but a lot of that has moved overseas, and for a good reason, because it's more efficient and more cost effective to move it abroad to China, to Vietnam, where the labor is cheaper, and then they can produce these items quicker and mass produce it, and then re-import it into America. And so Americans like you and I can enjoy these products. When was the last time you've gone to Costco and you paid for a $10 t-shirt or a pair of pants for $12 or $15 US? That's really cheap. I don't recall when I was younger that we would get those types of pricing. Or Walmart, the clothing there or the shoes there are dirt cheap, 10, 15, 17, 18 US dollars for any type of clothing that you and I could purchase. And that's something that we can enjoy because you and I, as Americans, we have white-collar jobs. We have these types of high-skilled office work where we can have a higher buying power being paid in US dollars, and then we can turn around and then purchase these items at a lower cost and enjoy them. So that's like the American dream right there, is enjoying these products. We have a higher quality of life. We can get a lot of products that we enjoy. Kids get toys, there's bicycles, all of that we can enjoy at a lower cost. So the reciprocal tariffs really don't make sense because, one, manufacturing is not coming back to the U.S., and then two, Donald Trump and the administration say it's a negotiating tactic. So in order for manufacturing, they say, to come back to the United States, tariffs have to be in place. There's so much pain that companies have to come back to the U.S. and open their manufacturing plant. But then if it's open to negotiation, then any country can just negotiate, and then there goes the tariff. So, I don't get it, because then that means that the tariff is not bringing in money to the American coffers, and so then there goes the idea that tariffs will bring back jobs to America. So I see a lot of big problems with that. And then, like I mentioned before, companies need stability. They need certainty in order to make investments. So manufacturing, if they open a plant in America, that takes several years, maybe 3 to 5 years, and look at how much money that costs in terms of finding the land, building the building, and then finding the workers, and then retooling and training them so they can do the assembly work or do any other kind of sophisticated manufacturing types of jobs. So how much money would that cost compared to just, bringing in product abroad and then having the American people pay that tariff, that extra tax. So, and then what happens in 4 years when the tariff policy changes? A new administration comes in and things are changed again. So we see a lot of problems in that type of thinking, and I don't think the rationale for tariffs is a good one at all. It's only going to bring higher consumer price, uncertainty, less demand, less economic activity, and then the reciprocal tariffs are going to be hit hardest when other countries slap on tariffs on American goods entering their country. So it's a tit for tat. It doesn't look good. It's a race to the bottom, and it's a lose-lose situation. And frankly, I think we're going to be in a recession by summer or fall. That's my prediction. And again, in a trade war, nobody wins. Okay, that's it for now. I'll talk to you on the next one. Thank you very much.